day, everyone. My name is Mary Jean Cañete Solatorio from BEd 3. Today, I will advocate the use of 14 learner-centered psychological principles. Teacher is a person who provides education for pupils and students. And their role is to instruct students, manage behavior, encourage students' learning, and assess progress. Also, they use a variety of effective strategies so that students have more opportunities to perform better in class. As a future educator, how can we fulfill all of this to be effective in our teaching? Now, let's start with these 3 questions. First question, what are those 14 learner-centered psychological principles? Second question, why is it important to understand the learner-centered psychological principles? And lastly, how I advocate the use of 14 learner-centered principles in the teaching learning process as a future educator. Now, let's start answering the first question. What are those 14 learner-centered psychological principles? The 14 principles are divided into those referring to cognitive and metacognitive, motivational and affective, developmental and social, and lastly, individual differences factors. These principles are intended to apply to all learners from children to teachers, to administrators, to parents, and to community members involved in educational system. Learner-centered psychological principles provide a framework for developing and incorporating the components of new design for schooling. These principles emphasize the active and reflective nature of learning and learners. Now we're going to the second question. Why is it important to understand the learner-centered psychological principles? As a student, it is necessary to understand the learner-centered education because it will help to develop my skills and will better equip my professional career in the future. As a future educator, I need to be trained in this approach so I can apply the principles and provide my students with a better learning experience. And the final question is, how I advocate the use of 14 learner-centered psychological principles in the teaching learning process as a future educator. As a future educator, in order for me to meet the needs of my students in their education, I need to apply these 14 learner-centered principles first in myself to make my teaching strategy effective, and my students will learn many things from me. That's all. Thank you.